All right, it's Pink Pop 2026, and I'm here with Tom and Justin from Editors. Guys,
hey.
Lovely to be able to speak with you in the dressing room backstage.
It's very exciting.
How's the atmosphere thus far at the festival?
Hot.
Yeah, very hot. Yeah.
Yeah, scorched. We haven't been here that long. We're just kind of acclimatizing and getting ourselves used to things. So, but yeah, it feels quite slow moving and scorched back here.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's different out front. With the energy of the crowd, but yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna lie, it's hot.
Yeah. But once you're on, it's going to cool down just a little bit.
Probably not. You're gonna see 6 men turn into puddles very quickly.
Well, that's what people come here for. So,
well, regardless, that's what they're gonna get.
Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations on the release of the new single.
Thanks.
Call It In, which is a very catchy song. I mean, my colleagues really get tired of me because when I'm not playing it on KINK, I'm singing it in the office. People are like, Jim, just shut up. And I'm like, melancholy never over. And they're like, no, Jim, just if you're feeling like a count, no, Jim, shut it. No, they're like, I just can't stop singing the song.
Oh, well, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
I'm never quite sure what to say when someone expresses that in front.
Like this.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, keep singing louder.
Yeah. If you're feeling like a count, I'm not gonna do it in front of the guy who
I like
wrote
the
and actually sing his.
The slight impression of me that you do. So it's good.
Well,
yeah.
it's a really bad one. But
It's good.
Suffice to say, I mean, it's a great song. It's about getting help, right?
It's about asking for help.
Asking for help.
In the sense of kind of, I quite often write about being scared of one thing or another. You know, a fear of things or people or the world, and yeah, it's kind of about asking for help. It's quite a simple thing.
Yeah.
We have a new single out next week on Tuesday, so
yeah.
there might be, hopefully, there'll be another one you could add to your arsenal.
To my karaoke playlist.
Yeah.
Because that track and then the new one that's coming up is, of course, like a preview, or it's going to be on what you call E8. The 8th Editors album.
Yeah.
You've been recording it last summer, as I understand it.
This is true, yeah.
What was it like, and what can we expect from the album? Because I'm hyped as hell.
Lots of guitars, lots of big drums, lots of big vocals.
Well, that's what we want from editors, right?
Just to, squash it down into a very easily, describable thing. That's what it is.
So lots of guitars.
Lots of guitars, lots of big drums, and lots of big vocals.
Wow.
And some mandolins, and some organs.
Oh, that's interesting.
So our last 3 albums were kind of studio records, quite electronic, and they kind of culminated in EBM, which is like a pretty out there electro rock record. For this record, it felt time to kind of like explore a different kind of palette, shall we say, and we kind of very naturally went back to kind of guitars and acoustic guitars and I guess more kind of traditional rock things. And we had a summer last year recording and then a bit more early this year, and it was productive and exciting, and like I say, there'll be lots more information about the record next week.
Yeah, okay. Very exciting.
It's all going down next week,
Does it feel like a kind of, not really going back to basics, but does it kind of feel like we're making a more classic Editors album, because you've been around for over 20 years with Editors at this point?
I mean, sometimes it's hard to analyse or self-analyse. Sometimes I think, we're all kind of like 45-year-old blokes. It's pretty obvious to sit around with acoustic guitars and go a bit more mid-tempo. But then I don't know, man. You just kind of react to what you've done previously, and after you've done the creating, when you can sit and listen to the record, you can then kind of draw lines to different parts of your history. So this one feels quite connected to our 4th record, maybe to our 2nd record. All the songs were kind of, rather than built in the studio, they were rehearsed in a live room and played together first. So that's something for the last 3 records we've not really done. There's no right or wrong way to do things, but for us to keep ourselves excited and into what we're doing, it naturally evolves and we mix things up, So I'll leave it to the journalist to decide exactly why we've done it, but sometimes I don't really know.
No, just change gear.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just change gear.
That was a much better way of putting it.
It's just it's like Tom said, it's like, off the back of like Weight of Your Love, since then it's been quite electronic and quite out there and quite left to centre, and then sometimes you're just like, it's a bit spent quite a long time doing now. Just flick gears and go somewhere else.
So one fantastic thing, you also have a camera around your neck right now. You've shot amazing pictures. You also directed the video for Call It In, right? Is that I wouldn't say a hobby because you're a professional at it, I would say.
I think
It's a professional hobby.
it's a professional hobby. No, it's like, you know, it's just scratching the itch, but in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like making records is cool. Touring, everyone knows I have an on and off relationship with touring. Playing live's cool. And it's just another way to get ideas out. Is by doing that. It's the exact same thing, but in a different medium.
Yeah. Does your filming and taking pictures, does it have like a different effect on the band members as well? So like where's Justin's camera if he's not
everywhere.
there?
I take it everywhere with me.
Yeah.
And you know, not to trip anyone up, but I like to see where we've been and what we're doing, and you know, it's nice to have it in a place where it comes from a certain spot. Like, you know, I think now, you know, I just send them to Tom. I took these tonight, just send them to Tom, stick them up, do what you want with them. You know, it's just part of who I am, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very used to the sight of Justin with a camera around his neck. It's been that way for years.
Yeah.
You know? And for us, it's cool to have someone documenting it that way. You know, because
It's a unique perspective. I've got a very unique perspective to see the band from a place that you don't usually see a band from.
he's also a talented fucker and he's good at it. So, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
and he
Yeah.
makes us look cool.
By the time people hear this, you would have announced your biggest show in the Netherlands.
Sure, yeah.
KINK presents Editors in the Ziggo Dome,
Yeah,
February 18th. I mean, you all already did like AFOS, and you're at Pink Pop and all these different stages. This is your biggest like headline own show. That means you haven't peaked yet. Is that a very not gratifying, but does it calm you to know that the highlight of Editors maybe hasn't been made yet?
I mean, I kind of secretly always think that anyway, regardless of where we're playing. You know, I always think the defining record will be the one you do later. You know, I always think that. Whether that's true or not, we'll see. But not that it really matters, actually. I'm very proud of, and we're all very proud of our longevity.
Yeah.
You know? And throughout our over 20 years of putting out records, you know, we've formed certain relationships with different parts of the world, and they've come along with us for the journey. And the Netherlands is one of those key parts for us. You know, we've got a long story together now, and this is the 7th time we've played here.
At Pink Pop, yeah.
Yeah, which is magic, which is unbelievable. You know, to be asked back again is just crazy. And the shows, you know, we do big shows, and the one we're announcing is the biggest thing we've done here. So, yeah, it kind of blows your mind a bit. It's magic, but it's part of this kind of ongoing story that we're part of, you know. And it's always a pleasure, you know. You can tell when you're playing in front of an audience that really understands you and gets you, you know, and they're there for. You know, festivals is different, but at your own shows, they're there for not just the singles. They're there for them because they like what you've done over the course of your career. And look, we're playing with The Cure tonight. They're the perfect epitome of what I'm trying to say here. You know, a career band that have been brave and made different types of records and evolved and done their thing and not cared about fashion or you know, things like that. And they've just done their thing and they've just existed and they've made their own world by just their mere existence. And that's inspirational. So for us to be still doing this now is, you know, it's magic.
Yeah. Justin, are you looking forward to taking pictures of the Ziggo Dome when you're making the show there?
Yeah. I'll 100% have a bag full of cameras with me. So, yeah, definitely.
You'll make those corridors look cool as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a lot of good corridors in that building. So.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Thank you.